right. Well, good morning. We're back here. We're gonna take another flight. All right. We're gonna take that G2 helicopter up. We're gonna take another flight around the old Red River Valley. Just to give you a glimpse here, what we're looking at. You can see it's a helicopter discovery of Ridgewood Park and around. It says we're gonna be flying that gimbal Cabri G2, as you can see there. All right, let's just go ahead and zoom right in on that one. Take a peek. That's the Fargo Moorhead area there you see on the map. Some of you may know of that area. Some of you have only heard of that area. But you can see the path we're going to take there. We're going to depart from, what is it, KJKJ runway, which is just south of I-94, which heads east out of Moorhead. So you can see we're going to depart up here. Let's just cruise over there real quick. And then we'll jump into the flight. As you can see, we will depart from the airport there, okay? And this is basically right here is I-94 eastbound. There's the highway station for the weighing station for trucks right there. Okay, we're gonna depart from there, the airport. Our air pattern, as you can see, is something looks like this. And they want us to gain some altitude here, and we're going to go right over Ridgewood Park. If you know this area here, Ridgewood Park is here. This is Old 52 here. This is 34th Street. Right here, this would be Menards in South Moorhead. And this is now the Career Academy for the Moorhead Public Schools. There's the old, was it the beer production facility for some brand of beer. And then obviously there's South Moorhead there. You can see those tanks station that they have there. Okay, so the flight, as we mentioned just recently there, here it follows this path. We go over Ridgewood Park right there. And then we will continue along, and we're going to get down to what they call Townsite Park. Okay, so this is basically downtown Moorhead right here, and you can see the mighty red here, the mighty Red River of the North. So there's a park here called Townsite Park, okay, which is right up there. And to give some other landmarks here, you can see that this would be Minnesota State University Moorhead right here. Okay. And then moving down this way, you can see we have Concordia College right here, which would be all of this right here. And there's the football field where the Cobbers play. You can see their field there. All right, so that gives you some context like that. So you can see we'll fly over Townsite Park, and we'll be heading essentially south, and we will get to what they call Riverview Estates Park. Okay, way down there in South Moorhead. There's been a lot of development down here, but this is Riverview Estates Park. We're going to go take a turn there. Okay, and while we're down here, we probably point out. Here we go. Here is, this would be Blue Stem, I believe. Yeah, if you're familiar with Blue Stem, I believe it is right there. Okay, no, pardon me. Just testing you. I was just testing you. Here's Blue Stem, right here. Okay, so, and there's that mighty river of the red of the north. Okay, we better get into our flight here real quick. So, anyway, you can see there Riverview Estates, and then we essentially head northeast. We follow the path. We come around here. We start the end of the pattern. It's called the long final entry right there. Helicopter comes in this way. A nice long descent straight in straight into that airport that we left from. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves moving here. There's our path. We're going to accept the mission, and we're going to load in there. Okay, now there will be some checks to get the helicopter ready. We can probably see if it lets me pause. Yeah, we'll pause some of that just till we're in the helicopter. Okay, here we go. We're out on the pad here, and let's see here. We can walk up to the aircraft. A lot of times they'll have you when you're doing the exam. You'll have to go through a full checklist. You want it to be try to be more of a simulator in a lot of ways. So we'll skip a lot of that. But here's the helicopter we're using here today. Let's go ahead and jump in there. All right. Okay. There we go. And let's get the request going here.
Adele, initiate boarding. Okay, on their way.
Okay. There's our passenger. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, let's complete the setup like that.
Hi there. Great day for flying, isn't it?
Yes.
Your guest on board today is Michael. I'm sure you'll have a great time with him. He's super nice and curious to know more about our aviation world. If the seatbelts are fastened, you're set. Captain, let's make it unforgettable.
Yeah, I agree. Let's make it unforgettable.
Kilo Juliet traffic. November 5, 4281 is taxiing to runway 12. Kilo Juliet,
Okay.
Kilo Juliet.
All right, as you can see here at the top.
So happy to be here, Captain. I'm Michael. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Michael. Nice to meet you, too. We're going to stop at Hold Short here, as you can see right there. That's our next objective. Let's go ahead and let's get moving here. First things first, give it some power, which is the bottom left corner. You'll see the power rating here. Airspeed once we're moving. What else? The vertical speed. So when you're going up, this is a positive number. When you're going down, it is a negative number here. And then altitude. Essentially, we're starting on the ground, which altitude is 918 feet. Okay, here we go. Power up. Okay. Like that. We're going to give it a little bit of forward. All right. Now, I believe we're going to head southwest. It says stop at the Hold Short. So let's use our pedals and let's turn it right there. You see that? There's our path. Like that. Okay. Alright, here we go, Michael. Hopefully you're all buckled up and all your affairs are in order. We are, what, a little over 2, maybe 3, as you can see in the bottom right. We started at 918 altitude. So we're about 3 feet, roughly, according to that. Let's give her a turn here. You can see Hold Short is set down at the end there. So we're going to turn ourselves. We're going to cruise down here to get to Hold Short. Right now, probably noticed, the upper left shows you essentially a compass where we are on it. We are heading, what, west? Northwest? As you can see there. We're getting a little bit high. I'm going to bring the power down a little bit because they don't necessarily want us gaining a ton of altitude here. This is the very look at there, because we got going too fast essentially. taxiing speed up. They say, hey, slow her down a little bit there, but okay. And we're also a little bit high. So this is the subtle stuff on this simulator where it shows that it's not as easy as it looks. So, on my permanent record there may be some notes where they're going to say, hey, this guy was going way too fast. They want you to keep it like below 30 knots, just the airspeed on the bottom left corner there. I want you to keep that below 30 when you're taxiing. Basically, they don't want aircraft just flying around down here full speed. It's just not how they want it. Okay, now let's try to bring her down, and you're also not supposed to get super tons of altitude either. Okay. It's just the pedals and rotate. Right. Come on now. Let's get her in there. I want that radio person to agree that we're at hold short. Come on now. Right. Ever so gentle. Ever so gentle here. All right. There we go. As you can see, we are at hold short.
Kilo Juliet traffic. November 5, 4281. Taking off runway 12, west departure. Kilo Juliet.
Okay. See in the upper right there.
I'm really anxious about this flight, Captain.
Okay. Michael says he's very anxious about the flight. Well, I can understand. I am too. I am too. Because you never know what's going to happen on these, right? We hope we don't crash. Things, there's no guarantees. There's just no guarantees here. All right, we're cruising out. Actually, you can see the pedals down the bottom, very bottom of the screen. When I use the pedals here, you can see that they also show that representation of that here. All right, so they want us to enter the runway 12. There we are. You see it on the ground there. And runway names correlate with their compass heading. So 12 means that this runway has you facing with a heading of 120 degrees, and you can see that on our compass in the top left. There, if I turn it, there you can see it 120. All right, here we go. Take off from runway 12. Let's give it a go here. Put the stick forward. We start moving forward our airspeed. You can see airspeed's at the bottom left. Now, we're going to gain.
I'm a bit anxious, but there's no backing out now.
No, there's no back.
Flying. Incredible.
Right. Okay. We're going to climb to 1,200 feet. Let's give it some gas. Okay. Give her a turn a little bit. Let's get her, go ahead and give her more power. Straighten her out a little bit. There we go. There's a little bit of wind today, I can tell you that much. All right, now, see our path, that flight pattern that we talked about at the beginning of the video. Okay, now, airspeed 62. They want us to turn to the right. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Slow her down a little bit. So you pull back, and then our airspeed will come down. You can see on the bottom there. And let's pull back more. We're going to slow down. And now we need to which you know what? Let's get fancy. Let's go all the way to the left. There we go.
The sensation of weightlessness. Never felt this before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, Michael. Let's go ahead and bring our altitude down. There's a windy one here. I'm going to blame some of this on the wind.
Hey, what's that shaking?
Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Well, that was a little bit of some movement there, Michael. Okay. Come on. There we go. Let's head on down here.
It feels good to step outside my comfort zone. I feel like I'm a kind of explorer.
Yeah. Fly to Ridgewood Park. Okay. Let's use those pedals. Alright. Okay. Now, got a little bit of some movement here. Let's try this again. There's
This is beyond anything I could ever imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Michael. Just want to agree with you. There we go. Okay. Now we're moving. That was tricky. That was tricky. I'm going to go ahead and confess. Okay. And you can see the airport that we just took off from right in front of us there. All right, let's keep on cruising. Okay.
I like the way you multitask, Captain. Talking on the radio while flying the aircraft. It's impressive.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks, Michael. Okay, you can see there, that's the runway we took off from right there. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and tilt the stick forward. We're picking up some speed. You see that airspeed on the bottom left. So I want to fly to Ridgewood Park here. Let's keep her going. Altitude is about right. Now, if you remember that,
I'd love to catch the sunsets from up here someday, Captain.
Yeah, sunsets are really nice up here, Michael. Now, if you guys remember at the very beginning that we gain altitude after we get moving, well, see, you can tell that's what they've got going on here. So we got Ridgewood Park is in about 2.5 nautical miles, as you can see on the screen there. All right, I've got our throttle up, just kicked it up a little bit. Let's give it a little more. You can hear that probably. Maybe. All right, so got South Moorhead straight in front of us there. Easy landmark
This view is pretty epic, Captain.
Yeah.
I'm out of my comfort zone, but I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah. And the view is really nice, Mike. Okay. Landmark, you can see the beer facility, call it, the big building there. Anheuser-Busch, I want to say, is what used to operate that. I don't know. I don't think they still are. Okay, cruising along over on the far right there on the ground, you can see Horizon School Middle School over there. Okay, right below us is the Sanford facility. Right on, it's just
Awesome. I see the town. Look over here.
Yep. That's the Sanford facility below us. Okay. And then there again on the left, there's some things. Okay. Now, 1400. Let's bring her down. Okay. Up. Brought her down. Now we're going to fly around Ridgewood Park here, which is just to our left. Okay, turn. Right. There it is. Here, there's the facility. Ridgewood Park is all that greenery down there. See that? In the bottom, just to the left down there. There's the park. Okay, here's Old 52. This highway below us here. Straight ahead, you can see a little bit further in the distance there, those big white
It's
tops.
like seeing the world for the first time.
Yeah. Those white tops, you've got Menards, right kind of in the middle of our screen up there. And then over to the right, you've got that Academy, Career Academy. Okay, and you can see here, there's Ridgewood Park in all of its glory, right in front of us, right below us. You see the houses right above our gauges there, right? You can see all of those.
You really can see every detail.
Yeah, you sure can. You sure can, Michael. Baseball field there at the park. Many of you are familiar with the park. You can see that. Okay. Now, where do they? We've got our route, which is, I think we're going to Townsite Park, right? There's our path over there. Okay. Just bring her down a little bit here. Because Michael, you know what? You want to see the park. Bring him, get nice and close here. You can see the park. Very detailed. You can see houses around the park right in front of us there. Big old, kind of an open area. Kind of an open area there. But then right below us there, you can see what it looks like. Those are actually hockey rinks, right below us, right in front of us there. And there is the pool, bottom right, and the basketball court is right there. All right, let's just go ahead and slow her down. I just want to give Michael a real good view of the park. Okay, you can see the basketball courts and the houses there. There's, see right down in front of us, there's a little white shed. Let's back up a little bit here. Yeah, there's a house.
This is so much more amazing than I expected.
Yeah, it's really something, Michael. Really something. So the basketball court, and then you can see kind of different places there, different houses in the area. Some of them have a shed, some don't. Okay. All right, let's back her up here. Yeah. See that stuff right there. Really cool stuff. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's give her some power. Let's find our path now. And there's Ray's Marine over there too. You see all the boats right above our gauges there. If any of you saw that video I did
Such a stunning view.
Recently, I'm going to back her up a little bit here. Back her up. There again, we have Menards on the left and the Career Academy straight ahead. Okay, and then Ray's Marine, you can see down there too. Try to back her up. There we go. Okay, a little windy here too. Okay, well, there we had a good view of that park. And then Ray's Marine down the bottom left there, where they parked all their boats down there. All right, let's find our path. There we go. There's the big fuel tanks there in front of us on the ground, and off. You follow that road off to the right. There's that hockey facility down there. It's popular with all.
I'm feeling better now.
With all
enjoying the ride.
With all the locals. Okay. Let's get cruising here. Carry on with our flight. Michael wanted to see Townsite Park. You can see that it's coming up in about 1.35 nautical miles. Okay, and there you can see the MSUM football field there below us, straight ahead, where the Dragons play. Okay, baseball fields there, softball. And then that round building right in front of us, right below us. See, it's a circular building there. That's a dorm. I think it's called Nelson Hall. Some of the locals call that the beer can. That's what I've been told. It's a dormitory. And here we go. We're gonna go ahead and bring her down. Can't turn it.
Still pretty bumpy.
Yep. A little bumpy. There we go. Well, you know, I gotta make sure you get the price. Get your price for the price of admission. Now here you've got essentially downtown Moorhead, right here. Okay, the river's off to the distance there. But Michael wanted to see this Townsite Park, which is right in front of us there. You can see the old Trinity Church down there. And then McDonald's is right above our gauges there. See that, the white top there. And then Townsite Park is right there, right in front of us there. It's a popular place for some. Okay.
Look, it's better than a postcard.
Yeah. Oh, Michael, it's way better than a postcard. Okay. It's beautiful. It's what they call the Red River Valley of the North. Okay. Let's keep on cruising there again in front of us. That's MSUM campus. You can see some of the bigger buildings there. Okay, let's just keep cruising here.
It's like a movie or something.
Yeah, Michael, it's very much like a movie. Okay, I just want to give him a real good tour of that Townsite Park. Now, I want you to go to Riverview Estates. Okay. Well, if you remember from our little review at the beginning, let's keep her under control here now. There's that beer can in front of us and the dragon field. All right, let's head south. Okay, let's head south. And we have in front of us, below us there, we have Concordia College right in front of us. You can see the big white top over on the right. That's one of their facilities, right, where they play basketball. Okay, that's Concordia College right there, and all that space you can see there. So, and there's the Coburg football field right above our gauges down there.
It's like we don't have any sense of scale from up here.
No, we don't, Michael. But you can see Concordia there. Some of you are familiar with that. So the crosswalk over 8th Street. That's 8th Street there, the bigger road there. And there's Concordia's football field right there. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and carry on south here. We're going to head towards Riverview Estate Park. Okay, buildings right in front of us. Right of our gauges, that would be like the Holiday Mall there, that area, which is gone now. Called the Holiday Mall area. And then right below our gauges there, you can see that is now a pickleball facility, a bigger one right below our gauges there, right at the top, right above our gauges. There's I-94 right below us there.
Can't wait to tell everyone back home about this.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Michael. So that's 8th Street. We're gonna keep cruising on down here. Going to South Moorhead. Okay. Bring her down. It says we bring her down to 1,400 feet. You can see in the top right. That's what they want us to do. We're gonna try to turn. Here we go. We're going 84 knots, so it wants to slow it down a little bit. So we're gonna go slow her down. Okay. Now, some really cool views here. If anyone's familiar with South Moorhead, probably spot some things here. Let's cruise in here. Let's see what else we can find.
Amazing. Just like I imagined.
Yeah.
My photos are going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is amazing. I agree. Absolutely. Okay. There we go. I believe that's Hornbachers right down there. Unless I'm wrong. That would be Hornbacher's store right there. The bottom right, and then some of the other vendors there. Michael, I hope you really just get a good view of this here. Riverview Estate Park, you can see it there. I know some that have played some baseball on that field there. Okay, it says contact the radio there. There we go. Anything else over here? Let's just take a peek. Some of this area, some of you may recognize. Okay, yeah, look at there. It's nice residential things here.
Definitely a bucket list moment.
Yeah. Yeah, but there we go. Beautiful residential area here. See that. Okay. Let's go ahead and, well, you know what? Now that we're down here, I think we kind of have to. Michael, you're going to warn you bargained for there, bud. I'm going to show you, well, I'm going to try to show you the blue stem. See if I can find that. It's the Red River.
Juliet, Kilo Juliet.
Red River of the North.
November 5, 4281. 5 miles west, 1300, inbound to land. Runway 12. Kilo Juliet, Kilo Juliet.
Okay. Should be over here. Let's see here. I'm going to bring it up. Yeah, there it is. That's it right there. Blue stem. Blue stem amphitheater. That one, I'm surprised that we don't have some flights of people wanting to see that. You can see blue stem right there. And then obviously Fargo over the river over there. Over the other side of the river. Okay. Let's bring Michael back. Flying over.
I don't like the rocky road.
Yeah, Michael. You know what? It's part of the ride. part of the ride. All right, let's go ahead and head back. Michael, you've gotten more than you bargained for. There's Blue Stem. You got to see Blue Stem. You flew right over Blue Stem, Michael. So you must be pretty excited about that. Give her some, a little bit of some altitude here. Okay. He does it, easy does it. We need to gain some altitude here. Heading back. Long final entry. Remember that on that review we did early on? Okay. All right, we're cruising right along here. They want us to get into that pattern. There's some of those buildings we talked about. I think that's Hornbach, actually below us there. And there's, yeah, okay. Cruising. All right, heading back. Michael, you looks like you're going. You survived this far, Michael. So bring her down a little bit. All right, our airspeed, about 80. It's pretty good. It's fun to get a couple flights over South Moorhead. And then there's some other ones they have in there about over Lakes Country. So I'm going to have to be doing some of those. Lakes Country is essentially most of Minnesota. We're going to be doing some of those. Tell you what. Okay. There below us, that's Old 52 again, right above our gauges, and then above that is 34th Street. Okay. We're going to follow our flight pattern here. Long final entry, it says. There's I-94 below us. Okay. Flight a pattern entry. So far, so good. All right, now we'll turn here. You can see our flight plan on the compass up there on the top left. If you haven't noticed that, those pink lines is basically our flight pattern. Okay, let's bring it down. Let's announce to the radio people. Yep, there we go.
Kilo Juliet traffic. November 5, 4281 is on final. Runway 12 to land. Kilo Juliet.
Coming in on about 90 miles, 90 knots, I should say. Coming in at a decent pace. If we were in an airplane, we'd be going a little faster than that. Okay, we're coming straight in on the approach there. Runway 12, just like what we left on. Okay, now coming in here, just going to bring her down a little bit. I'm going to slow her down too. Bring the engine down. Slow it down a little bit. Airport straight ahead. Let's bring her down and slow her down. Okay. adjust that throttle. We don't want you touching down out here, but you're supposed to really be, I don't know, about right where we are. 2 to 10 feet is kind of what they want you to end up at, so you gotta keep adjusting your throttle. So give her too much, and then you end up with a lot more altitude. Okay, we're going with 20 knots, so let's pull back. We're going to bring the throttle down. Bring her back here. Ever so gentle. Okay. Alright, okay, there we go. Let's turn. Use the stick to strafe to the right, and then the pedals to rotate like that. We gotta go to hold short. Just like that, okay. Let's bring her down a little bit. There's a little crosswind there. Okay. And bring it in. Come on now. Hold short. Got it. Okay.
Kilo Juliet, Kilo Juliet traffic. November 5, 4281 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Juliet, Kilo Juliet.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome home. So Michael, ready for another round?
Absolutely love the view over Moorhead. Ready to buckle up again.
That's the spirit, Michael. You know why this knucklehead is driving his loader right where I'm supposed to go. That can't be right. Come on, man. Can't find good help anymore. Why has he got that thing parked in the middle here? He's got himself a forklift. That knucklehead is sitting right there. I suppose he's texting. Oh boy, nowadays I tell you what. All right, well we are just about there. Let's bring her down. They don't want you necessarily landing anywhere other than right in that parking spot. Okay, we got a couple people there. Very courageous. Very. Let's just get in there. Okay. Well, that was the flight. Come on now. A little crosswind. Come on. And bring the motor down. Yep. Okay. Come on. She's jumping around like Steve's grandma.
Awesome job.
Yep.
The client seemed to really enjoy the ride and feels much more confident now.
Okay.
You can be proud. You've gained a new fan.
Awesome. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to shut down the blade. Okay. Wow. That was tricky. That was tricky. Wow. I believe we're waiting for the engine to shut down. See the blades up there. Okay. We have some airport staff. Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the flight over South Moorhead, Ridgewood Park, Townsite Park. Man, we saw Blue Stem. We saw that other park down there in South Moorhead. I mean, I got to see a lot of stuff, right? It was pretty exciting. And you can see our score. I'll move that up there. You can see our score there. They gave me an A. I'm proud to say they gave me an A. So there's that. Hopefully my reputation probably went up. Maybe there's the taxiing speed. I was going a little bit fast on the takeoff there when we were leaving. Smoothness, he gave me a 91. Sightseeing quality 72. You know, it's not too shabby. I thought maybe I took him over boost then. Maybe he'd give me a little higher points on that guy. But hey, we can, we got to keep getting better and better. So let's see what happens here. And I think that's about it. Then we just essentially talked about, okay, I got some cash from the organizer. Oh my goodness. My reputation. I'm officially at a B. On my way to A. Wow. Okay. That takes care of it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm level 19 now, so that's exciting too. Okay. Thanks for watching. What do they say? YouTubers, like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. All right, peace out.